Welcome to Auto Collabs. You're listening to an exclusive series recorded live at Automobility LA 2025 in partnership with Cars Commerce. Out here at the LA Auto Show, Automobility LA Day, and I'm hanging out with some good friends from Cox Automotive. I've got Marianne Johnson, EVP and Chief Product Officer, and David Foutz, hanging out with VP of Enterprise Client Management. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today on the stage.
I love being here with a rainy day, but you bring all the warmth.
Oh, wow. I get that is enough. That's all I needed. Thank you so much for making my day. That's beautiful. I love you. You're the favorite interview of the day. Already, we haven't even gotten into it. I was just in Miami at Brian Pash's Modern Retail Conference, and coming out here, we actually haven't had as much of the conversation today around data, AI, but it was all the rage there. It's what dealers are thinking about. It's what the industry partners are thinking about, how to leverage that in the right way for the end user. You all are obviously leaning into that conversation. Marianne, I'd like to start with, how are you all thinking about these three different areas, which is the OEM, the consumer, the dealer, and how to really lean into the technology needs today?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think about my job in three ways, and I think every dealer needs to be thinking about it the same way. One is how to grow your business. The other one is how to protect your business. And the other one is how to drive efficiencies. So when you think about what is possible now with generative AI, but really agentic AI, and as much as you want to geek out on that, I'm here for it. But really, all of that is going to be powerful. You're already seeing really good productivity happening out of it. You're seeing a lot of personalized connections happening, and AI really helping that. But at the end of the day, you still need data. Some of that is general data, so everybody's going to bring some value with that. But what we're really focused on is the unique data that we have, and how does that level that type of value up even higher.
Yeah, David, when you talk to the clients, the people that are trying to figure out how to use all of this, what are the questions that people are posing right now of technology and saying, can you accomplish this for me?
Yeah, so, similarly, everyone's trying to go faster but not lose quality. So whether it's managing your inventory better or delivering more impactful marketing messages at the right time, those are some of the themes. I would say that some clients are very enthusiastic about AI. Others are skeptical, and there's even some fatigue, I would say, already setting in. When you say AI, eyes start to roll back like, please. We hear, don't tell us about your architecture. Don't talk about all your data. Show me what AI can do for my unsolved problems today. Yeah. And that's, I would suggest, kind of the pivot that we've made as an organization recently, to just get right after, let's bring to life some of these key use cases.
Yeah, so what can it do today? Not what can it do, in 3 years from now. We all love the pie in the sky conversation, oh my goodness, one day it's going to, but what can it do today to produce business results?
For sure. Generative is, generative's been around about 3 years. When you had mass compute, hit mass data at the same time, you had these large language models that were out there, they were finally able to start producing. So the things that you can do today with that is just generating content, it's writing better communications to your customers. We use that today where we have hyper-personalized the first-party data that we have. So it says to David, okay, David, I know you're looking for a vehicle, we know what he's interested in, we know what he can afford, we know if he's in market right then. And so you take all of that proprietary data, and then you allow the generative AI to craft a message that's well written, not a generic email that the consumer is going to ignore. And we're seeing our dealers who are using that, they're getting like 26% or greater conversion rate on appointments for consumers that you're communicating to, because now it's well written, it's relevant, and it's timely, and it's what they're interested in. It doesn't feel like spam. So that's immediate. Like, that's out there. You can use that today.
Yep.
Agentic is real too. Agentic hit the scene really about December of last year. And so you see a lot of startups happening right now in Agentic, but what I'm hearing from customers is like, okay, you have one of these point solutions that are helping me do, maybe a service appointment or 24/7 engagement with a consumer, but it's not connected to the rest of their ecosystem. And so you just added one more level of complexity and maybe some inconsistency for the dealer. So Agentic is real though. We are building agents right now. We have agents that are helping do the work on behalf of the dealership when the dealer is not there. So if it's a sales rep, they're engaging with that consumer. So if it's me and I'm asking something at 10 o'clock at night, I can get an answer back and I don't have to wait till that person's available.
Yeah.
But yet I can then talk to them again the next day. So that concept of a great assistant, that's true for almost every role in every business and every industry. And automotive is going to continue to see agents taking care of activities and lifting up everybody's productivity. And that's real today.
Yeah, I mean, and for Cox, when you talk about the difference between point solution or holistic solution, you've done, Cox has done a great job at acquiring businesses that can connect these things where data proficiency and AI proficiency need the connected data layer.
Yeah.
David, when customers are asking, and clients are asking, at the intersection of DMS, CRM, service scheduling, all of the connected platforms that necessitate data proficiency for AI to live on top of it, how are you explaining that to a dealer and their ability to connect with a customer?
So 2 thoughts for you. One, Cox Automotive is not monolithic.
Yeah.
So we are developing these capabilities as components, and many clients use a piece here or a piece there. We are enabling most online transactions through other people's software platforms. I won't name names, but
Yeah.
One strong retailer in the industry is hitting our APIs like 1.5 million times a month. I mean,
Wow.
so we enable others. We deploy to a dealership, for example, at whatever pieces that they want to leverage. And as you start using more of our platform, it does unlock more capabilities. And one thing I'm hearing from clients, to your point, is it's one thing if I have a different shopping experience on my dealership website, and I set a new expectation, right? A consumer says, oh, this is so much better. But then I shift gears when it's time for F&I, and they're right back in the old experience in the F&I desk.
Yeah.
You don't win the satisfaction battle for the client. Same thing on service. My scheduling appointment experience can be AI-driven and cool, but if my follow-up isn't similar, there's a disconnect there. So we're hearing from clients, hey, I need orchestrated AI agents working in harmony, and I need to change the whole experience, not just the greeting part or not just this other part.
Yeah, Marianne, you all deal in not just the dealer-facing technology, but the consumer-facing technology,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
What are the behaviors telling you to develop in product? In what consumers need in order to transact or relationally engage with the dealer?
Well, I'll just say that search has changed. If people don't realize that search has changed, it has. If you think about the number of consumers that adopted ChatGPT at the speed in which they adopted, we've never seen anything like that, ever. And so consumers are not really going and searching like they traditionally did with SEO type search engine. They are actually asking a question and bring me the answer. So I'm calling that agentic engine optimization or answer engine. They're asking for an answer. And so you have to do business differently in order to realize that shift and that change. And it's going to continue to get more prolific because I think every consumer at some point is going to have an agent. I've built my own agent. I have an MJ bot and doing a lot of work for me. And I think that is going to become commonplace. You're going to see that in the next 6 months, in the next year. So we have to make sure, in like Auto Trader and Kelley Blue Book, that all of our content is what I call agent ready. So if you're not doing that, you're not going to show up in those chat interfaces. So you got to make sure that your content is agent ready, and then you got to have ability to have commerce. They're excited. Did you hear that car? That car's excited about it. I would say that you really got to be able to have commerce on the edge because I think that's where it's going. So. If I go ask for something, it's going to help me make the appointment right there. And maybe I start my transaction right there and I actually never go to that website. So life is changing in consumer behavior. They've always really, I think, expected personalization. Know me, know who I am. Don't make me start over. Save me time. But I think that has just amped up in a major way.
Yeah. Well, I love that you are thinking on the bleeding edge of all of this and considering the dealer, the consumer, the data, and all of it intertwined, and even to the point of, hey, look, you may not use everything we use, but you may use our APIs. Like, it is a full suite of thought.
And more connected. It's continuing to get more connected, so that seamless experience is continuing to happen.
Absolutely. Marianne, David, thank you so much for
thank
joining
you.
us for this
Thank you.
conversation.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to this LA Auto Show session brought to you by Cars Commerce. At More Than Cars, we are obsessed with uniting people around one big idea: to make retail auto an industry that people fight to join. If that resonates with you, head over to morethancars.com to check out our daily email and explore our full list of podcasts.